Hey everybody, I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee, and you're watching Open. It's a live interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. You can stay connected to us through social media at BronxNet TV. Leading things off on February the 2nd, community groups will be joined together to activate the Bronx. It's called Activate the Bronx, too. It's a civic engagement forum. And joining us with all the details, we have Carol Walton. Welcome to the show. Give her a big hand over there and give her a big hand at home. Hello. And organizer idealist.org. And Darlene Jackson. Give her a big hand. She's a public member of Bronx Community Board number 9. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Hi.
Thank you. So we got it going on. Tell us about it. Happy New Year, first of all.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
So our event is called Activate the Bronx and is a civic engagement forum taking place on February 2nd on a Sunday at 2 o'clock. It's going to be at Bronx River Community Center. It's an event that we're holding along with Idealist Days. Idealist Days is a monthly initiative that was started by idealist.org. I'm a community organizer there. And what we are trying to do through Idealist Days is to get people involved in their community by taking active steps to make a positive change in their community.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah. And I've been to that community center over there. And then how did you jump on?
So I actually met Carol about a year ago at an Idealist Day event.
Yeah.
It was actually 5/5 because they hosted on 5/5/66/77.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
And so, so I've been using the Idealist Day as a platform to kind of engage with my peers, to use it as a platform to kind of build relationships and kind of work together on things that we care about and kind of go from intention into action. Yeah. And so I've been a part of this effort for over a year now. Yeah.
And you've been doing it for how long?
I've been there for 2 years.
For 2 years?
I actually came on board when they started the initiative. It was started by the CEO of idealist.org, Amidar. It was his vision to get people connected in their areas, just to be able to get together and do social good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how does it work?
So
if someone first comes in, they don't know anything about it. You guys know it. You know it all. You've been around it. If somebody first comes in.
Well, people can find out about us on our website. Idealist.org, has been around since the 90s, helping people to connect to jobs in the social service sector. They can go on idealist.org, or they can go directly to our homepage, which is idealistdays.org.
Yes.
We also have an online community called Idealists of the World, which is a Facebook community. And it's just, sort of getting involved by clicking onto the website and then finding out about the opportunities that's available to them. They can also take the day, it's once a month. So, people use the day to organize activities and events in their area, and people use it to address a lot of issues concerning the environment and, the environment, civic engagement. Darlene even hosted a voters registration drive last summer. So she used the day. That's like one example.
But how important is that?
Yeah.
Get everybody on the same page as far as voting, especially in this climate.
So I'm a big believer in civic engagement. I believe that every voice matters, and so that's why we decided to have Activate the Bronx, a civic engagement forum. Because in the past, we hosted past events, like we did voter registration drives at our local jails on Rikers Island, the city jails here in the 5 boroughs. Even we try to reach the most marginalized people who are usually not politically inclined about the issues that's happening in the communities, and to making sure that one, they know their voting rights, and secondly, that they understand that your voice does have power in any political decision-making that happens in your community.
Yeah, so what do you tell people that say, I'm not voting, my thing is not going to count anyway? When they start filing their nails. What do you tell them?
And so, and this is why we decided to say Activate the Bronx, for the same exact notion, is that, the story has become a little bit too familiar that people feel like they vote that doesn't matter, or that they haven't seen any changes. So they're not gonna make the choice to make the time to actually be actively engaged. And so we think very differently. So those are the same people that we want to target, and especially young people, because the young people are today's leaders. And so for the people who feel like they don't want to vote because they haven't seen any changes, we're like, no, you need to. That's exactly why you need to vote, so you can actually see a change.
So you tell them a little bit about the structure of it all, how important it is to vote locally as well as nationally, not only wait for the national election, because you know that president, any president in office can choose a Supreme Court justice, which will be the law of the land. And that's within itself is important. Yes.
Yeah. So we definitely believe in starting as local as you possibly as local as you can get.
Yeah.
And so that's what we did. We invited the Bronx Community Board 9, New York City votes. The census is a big thing that's happening this year. The census 2020.
You guys are involved in that too?
Yes. And so we're making sure that those people, they're going to be in the room. They are panelists, and they're going to educate.
Yes.
It's to educate and empower, so people can leave there with making sure they know how to get involved.
And let them know about the jobs too. $25 an hour.
Yes, that's really important information. Definitely, yeah.
So we definitely have a representative that's going to be tabling as far as like letting folks know that they are hiring, and how they can apply for jobs. They're going to start calling people back between January and March. As far as like field workers, starting at $25 an hour, as you said.
Yeah, and I'm sure you guys are going to be teaching about the census too and how important that is.
Yes, so we have the dopest people coming in. They are we've been to one of their first teachers in the Bronx, in the Bronx, and so they're going to do a presentation of why it's important to making sure that everyone is counted, because that's how money is allocated for our schools, for NYCHA developments, anything that has to do with the livelihood. That's how the money's gonna be allocated. So people need to understand that.
Yeah. What else do you have coming up?
We also have the Advocacy Academy at Teachers College. They're going to be part of our panel, and they'll be there to give expert tips on how to advocate for yourself, how to reach out to local politicians.
So Activate the Bronx Civic Engagement Forum, that's going to be Sunday, February the 2nd, 2020. You got 2020 vision, all right. And what time does it start?
It starts at 2 o'clock.
From 2 to 5, okay. Children's Arts and Sciences, Science Workshop Incorporated is going to be there also. Give me that website one more time.
It's www.idealistdays.org.
We think you guys are coming, okay?
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, too.
Thank you. Nice
All right.
meeting you.
We'll take a break. We'll be back with more next, right here on